Hey y'all. Um I've been like way behind on stuff, but that's neither here nor there. Um it's been about 3 weeks since I've done a check-in for Foodie Beauty. So I'm going to do it for whatever reason I have become to enjoy doing on her situation. So we're gonna quick have a little check-in and see kind of what's going on in between her and Salah. I feel like they're both still kind of caged in right now, and neither one are really kind of coming up with a solution to the close proximity that they have to be in, the sharing the space all the time, and her really not being able to do the things that she wants to do, which, for all intents purposes, is eating and going out and spending copious amounts of money on food that they really don't need, especially in the area that they're kind of residing in, where lots of people are going without. Okay. And I do not believe that they are being charitable and helping other people. I believe that other people may be stepping in and helping them because that's kind of their culture and how they were kind of raised. So I feel like there's a lot of lies and deceit going on from that perspective. So we're just going to see kind of what's going on with that, okay? And the cycle of DV tends to be quite thick in Chantal's world. So, and what she's failing to see is she's part of that equation, and she gives as good as she gets and then likes to play the victim. So, let's see what's going on in between Salah and Chantal. Remember, energies can be reversed, meaning vice versa. So, for those of you who have followed, Chantal for a long time, you know whose energy is what. If you're new to this, you're going to need to go and kind of check it out. All right, Spirit, let's go. Chantal and Salah, please. Oh, yeah, okay. So right off jump, whatever it is that this situation is offering to her, she is looking at this as a dream come true. She is in the position to where she can, watch Salah, make sure that he's doing what he needs to be doing, meaning not talking to other women, not doing red room, not having another Kybella come in, and doing all these things. So she is viewing this, no matter how blind she's being about being where she's at, this is a dream come true for her. I do feel that she, as much as she can at least, has genuine love for this man. Okay. But she's where she wants to be. She's where she put herself. So that is, that's good for her. She's content with that. She is trying to play like she's emotionally balanced here and that she's living in this big luxurious area and things are great and things are grand, which is not the case. She is still coming from a place of being very heartbroken here because she's never taken the time to heal properly. So there is a lot of emotional suffering here. And there's a lot of loss here. And I feel that she understands, hold on, shit. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry about that. Okay, so where was I? Okay, so she's failing to see that there and understand that there is most probably a pending breakup or a divorce here. So if they are quote unquote legally married, I think that's going to be in the near future dealt with, okay? And she's going to feel abandoned by this. There's financial loss here on both sides. There's a lack of positive mindset here. not unheard of with what it is that they're dealing with. Excuse me. Hi, Miss Lucy. I'm busy. What you doing? So there is lack of mindset and mindfulness about a situation here. And there is worry here. And they are, for whatever reason right now, they are most certainly in poverty. And the truth of that and how bad things are actually and how bad they are becoming, no, we're not gonna do any of that, miss. I love you, Lucifer, but no. There is lack of truth to the situation, and there's going to be truth here. But she is going to continue to defend what she's saying. We're doing this. Everything's fine. Everything's safe. She's going to defend all these beliefs, okay? And she's always in a mode of fast thinking. I got to cover up how me and Salah are talking to each other so that people don't think this and they don't think that I'm his cash cow and I'm this and I'm that and blah, 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 blah. The fact of the matter is the truth of what it is really starting to come to the surface and show itself. And there's a little embarrassment to the way that he carries on with her, preventing her from doing certain things, but she's not understanding it's not safe. And if it's not safe, the best place for you is in your stone walls, okay? Whether she likes it or not. The devil in reverse. Yeah, see, so with that detachment and that releasing of these bonds and these chains, releasing limiting thoughts, okay? Exploring the dark thoughts, letting the dark thoughts really consume. So both of them are showing signs of, some mental lapses here, okay? The way that they are kind of being, the way that they're speaking. There's lots of things that have changed within Chantal since she's been in the position that she put herself in. So even though there is that level of toxicity and there is some releasing of addictions. So when she's saying, oh, well, I'm not eating this, that, and the third, we know that that's not fully true, but we also know that she's in a place where that food is not readily available. So it was forced upon her. It was forced rehabilitation, if you will, or a lesson here. She's resisting how Salah is trying to control their movements, what they're trying to do. At the end of the day, she has added more stress onto him because before it was just him and he could move within, the shadows, if you will, like very quietly, very quickly, get to point A to point B, do what you need to do, go back where it's safe. Not hanging out, not doing all this. And this is what she wants to do. She still thinks that she's in Kuwait or in Canada. In those places, you can come and go freely. I mean, Kuwait wasn't the best. I don't know what their, if they were going through any kind of thing like Syria is, but she definitely didn't say anything on that perspective. But the independence that she had gained in Kuwait, she is not going to have in Syria. And having Salah control it is not, this is going to be a source of arguing here for them. There is resent that is starting to come up for both of them. They're starting to be very resentful of each other here. She wants an apology. There's going to be no apology that is going to be brought to her in a very truthful manner. If Salah does something to offend her, it's just going to be like oh, I'm sorry, in passing. He's not really meaning that stuff because at the end of the day, look, I told you. I told you it was hot here. I told you that the electricity wasn't, up to par. I told you everything that you needed to know, and you still wanted to come. So I'm sorry, but it's your choice. She's trying to get creative on how she's trying to make him kind of fall into step here. She's bored. There is so much boredom here. And she feels like she come here. She thought she was doing something big. But there is no reward for this. You made the decision to go there. That is your choice. Now you have to make of it what you will. And you're stuck. You're feeling stuck. You don't want to be there, Foodie Beauty. You don't want to be there. You just wanted to be there to control him and his movement and what it was he's doing. There's no genuine love. Now, like I said, deep down into the deepest, cockle of your heart, yes, I believe you have true feelings for this person. But at the end of the day, darling, it is no more or less than what you feel for Pete. Okay? And that's what you're failing to see. There is no physical connection. There is no intimacies there. What you show us is two siblings going back and forth about who gets the last whatever. Okay? Ugh. I was going to say something. I can't say that. And the Wheel of Fortune here. So this is your karma. This is your karma coming in at its fullest. There is bad luck here with this Wheel of Fortune coming in the reverse, okay? So there is no control. You have lack of self-control. You have lack of control over him, over what's going on. There is no control here. And you are resisting the change that is being brought to you here. It is proven very hard for you to break certain cycles here. And you're going through a negative phase again because you're not learning the karmic lessons that you need to do. And karma is smacking you right in the face here, Foodie, and you just don't want to hear it. So you are causing a lot of the heartache and the feelings of abandonment and the financial strain. You would have been better off staying in Canada so that you could help support your man and what it is that he was doing. Your man, okay, from where you were at. But now you both are in the same country and you got no funds coming in. None. You are in poverty and you need to stop lying to people and telling people everything's fine. We have all this money. No, you may have more than some of them, but you have no access to what it is that you have. But you are steadily going to defend it. You are going to stand your ground. You are going to challenge everybody who has anything to say about your situation and about what's going on. You are not going to let anybody sit here and try and say anything to you about what it is that you're doing and not doing. The fact of the matter is, you have no freedoms there. Canada can't protect you, okay? And that's what you're failing to understand here. Nobody is coming for you if things get to the point to where things get locked down and you can't travel anywhere. This is your karma. This is what you've been building up for the past, 20 years. With all the nasty things that you do to people, with all the things that you're not doing, with all the things that you continue to do. You're not getting the whole premise of change because you don't want to change, okay? That Eight of Pentacles, this is telling you that there is still lessons that you're not learning here. You have lessons that you need to learn and you just aren't doing it. You want to keep living the way that you're living. You'd like to think that you're putting in the work, and for some, your loyal beezers may see that you're making changes here and that you're being diligent about it. But the fact of the matter remains, you're not. You're just not. You're not putting in that work. the Eight of Swords. Yeah, you're self-restricting here. You are self-sabotaging. You are getting in your own way. The negative thoughts are eating you up, and you're self-imprisoned. You are self-restricting yourself. And you like to play the victim. Well, darling, you can't play the victim when you're the one who made the stuff come into play here. Yay. All right, Foodie. Those lessons are coming in thick and quicker than you know. And you just aren't willing to see it. You don't know how to change it. You don't know what to change about it. But I think deep down you do. Deep down, you know what it is. All right, let's see what the universe has for you. But you fighting that change, it's coming. You were fighting it to begin with, and now the universe has stepped in and said, look, this change is happening. Look, bottom of the deck is Wheel of Fortune again. This change is happening whether you want it to or not. You have no choice here. You weren't listening to the signs. Yeah. There's going to be balance put back into this. Legal issues here. You're putting yourself out there. You're trying to show yourself. And look at you. You think that everything is divine and everything is celebratory. But at the end of the day, someone's walking away from this. It's time to temper what's going on here. You want this love so bad, and it's just not going to come through for you. Not with this. Not with this. You want certain things, and they're just not coming. Your intuition is telling you. Someone is living a secret life here. And what happened is you came in and you messed up the secret life here. All right. But you feel success. You feel success by causing unbalance here. Cascading it as, oh, we're balanced out. Everything is fair here. We're good. Clarify justice, please. Look at that, judgment. So there has been judgment, and now justice is coming in. You have been judged by source, by your higher ups, by everything here. You've been judged. You were there telling you, showing you, you have not released the things that you need to do. So how do you expect fairness to come in when you are still holding on to the things that hold no purpose here? But yet you're still going on like everything is successful, celebrating things. You feel like you're grounded and you have everything to offer. But he's still going to walk away. He's still going to walk away to maintain and find his peace from you. Clarify the Four of Wands and the Empress, please. Yeah, you're still wanting that new. You're wanting the opportunities to be that good wife, to have reason to celebrate this here. The World. Cycles are closing out here. Cycles are closing out for good, bad, indifferent, whatever the case is. There's a cycle that's going to be closed out, which is going to enable one of you to walk away, whether this is you going back to the Western world that you seem to not like anymore, or he's walking away. But either way, he's got you stuck. Clarify the Eight of Cups and Temperance, please. Okay. There's that Four of Wands again. You still feel like there is such a deep connection here that he's not going to walk away because he should feel exactly what you're feeling. Yeah. Someone from your past is going to come back through. So it's almost like you are aware of this information that if you were to walk away from this, that there would still be reason to celebrate because you're going to walk right back into the arms of the person that set up your downfall from the jump. And we all know who I'm talking about. We all know who we're talking about. The first one that you wanted to marry, you're going to bring that into because we all know that he ain't, attached anymore. Ten of Pentacles. You want stability here. You're not going to get it with Salah. Ten of Swords. There is an ending coming. And it's going to cause you great disappointment and feelings of loss and sadness here. But it's your own doing. That truth, again, is going to come and it's going to bite you. And you're going to see exactly what it is. But you're hopeful. You're hopeful that things will get dealt with and you'll get that new start. And Temperance is going to come back in and balance things out here. Foodie, what are you doing? What are you doing? You need to let whatever is here end, no matter how much disappointment and sadness it's causing you. That truth is going to come out. And you are so hopeful for a new start here. You still want, whether it's Salah or the one who shall not be named, you want to start something again. You want to have a risk here. And you want to show them, well, I'm well balanced. I'm in alignment now. All right, y'all. That is what I have on Chantal right now. What this is here is her true feelings of thinking that this is, that there is some sort of soul connection here, some sort of twin flame. And if I had to guess, I would say that Salah is the one who mirrors her energy. It's been shown. But again, it comes across as a facade, especially for Chantal, because Chantal likes to mirror every single person that she's dealing with. So I think the reason I'm being shown the Four of Wands as many times as it doesn't matter who she's with, if she tries to stick it out with Salah or if she goes back to the first one here. She's still going to mirror that person and they're still going to have that negative, toxic thing going on. All right, but that's what I have. And hopefully she can unscrew what she's messed up. And if not, all we can do is wish her good luck. Because she's not still taking accountability and she is still not learning the lessons here. So now the universe is stepping in to force what she has to do. But like I said, I'm going to reiterate again, that change is coming and it's coming fast. All right, y'all. Thank you very much for being here if you view this. And please like, share, and subscribe. And like always, I will see you in the next.